Welcome into Sports with Balls, guys. Friday edition, weekend edition. I'm not doing it on Saturday and Sunday. Oh, what a game last night. Not Jesus, man. Those of y'all in fantasy football, I'm sorry about last night. Me too. I mean, look, I started Brock Purdy. I started Cooper Kupp. Brutal night for Thursday night football. Reminds me of the previous games I used to have. But welcome in. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls on a Friday. As I mentioned earlier, man, incredible show we got going on for you today. You know, as always, it's going to be about 30 minutes, and we're going to get through everything. Today is December the 13th, Friday the 13th, if you will. There's a lot of weird stuff going on today. We'll get into national holidays here in a second. First off, got to thank Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. As always, get over to Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. An incredible place to watch games. Award-winning food. Place is just phenomenal. Mark Thiessen over at Thiessen Law Firm. TheTexasTrialAttorney.com. 713-864-9000. Get over to TheTexasTrialAttorney.com. Thiessen Law Firm is the best. And also, Butler CCS Incorporated. Fire, water, mold, roofing, you name it. He's got you covered, literally. West Butler over Butler CCS. All right, today's national holidays, as we always do on Friday the 13th, National Ice Cream Day. I'm probably not going to partake in that. Been on a pretty strict diet lately, loving it. So it's been very well. Pickleball has been my go-to lately for the last 3 months, man. In fact, playing a pickleball tournament tomorrow with my buddy JD and Terrell Owens' birthday. Terrell Owens, Adrian Peterson will be there. So I'll get to play with those guys. Should be a lot of fun playing pickleball with them. Us old men will get out there and see what we got. But National Ice Cream Day, Cream Cheese Frosting, National Cocoa Day. I might do that later. National Horse Day. Yeah. Violin Day. Pathologist Pal Day. If you got a pal that's a pathologist, there you go. The U.S. National Guard's birthday. There you go. That's a good one. For all you Kansas City Chiefs fans and Swifties, it is Taylor Swift's birthday today. So there you go. That's about it, man. Jamie Foxx's birthday, but the big one being Ice Cream Day or Taylor Swift's birthday, depending on the audience. But welcome to Sports with Balls, guys. I am Jeff Michael. Let's jump into some top headlines. The 49ers had themselves some issues last night on and off the field. Devondre Campbell refused to play. I don't think that was their issue, though. I know that's the huge headline right now, but damn, this game was ugly. This was a ugly football game, both ends. The Rams and the 49ers. I guess Keiron Williams with 108 yards. That's your top stat. I went into this because I looked at the weather, and I don't want to hear people saying about weather, man. The fantasy football, you can't go by the weather because sometimes these guys have huge weather games. I don't know. But Matt Stafford threw 27 times for 160 yards. That's it. Brock Purdy threw 31 times for only 142 and a pick. This was brutal. If you started Matt Stafford, Brock Purdy, the running back for San Francisco, Guerrero, if you started Deebo Samuel, who's been complaining all week long about not getting the ball, 2 carries, 3 yards. He dropped 2 passes. He was targeted 7 times. He had 16 yards. Kittle, somewhat of a bright spot, 4 receptions, 61 yards. Juwan Jennings had 31 yards. Puka Nacua, 97 yards. And the dinger, this is what absolutely blew me away, and fantasy football and gambling. Cooper Kupp, 0 receptions, 3 targets, 0 yards, obviously. What? Golly, man. If it wasn't for Nuka's 51-yard reception, he would have a bust too. He had 97 yards. It wasn't too bad. But this was a ugly game to watch. I mean, I turned it off. I'll be honest with you. I did. I turned it off. I couldn't do it. I could not watch this insanity anymore. I guess if you had a field goal kicker going, you did okay. but it was just not a good football game. The last time these guys met in week 3, I want to say it was 26-25. Let me see. 27-24. Sorry. 51 points was scored. These teams went off. And I don't want to hear the weather, man. It wasn't that bad. It's not like it was Buffalo. It was just a little bit of rain. It got heavy during one point during halftime. That's about it, man. This is a bad football game. And maybe lost me a lot of money fantasy football-wise. I think one of my games I'm down to 20-something% win chance, win probability. Now, look, it is fantasy football. You never know what can happen. And you know what's funny is that in that fantasy football league, I'm 11-1. And the guy I'm playing, I'm in first place and he's in 8th. And that happens every single time. A buddy and I were talking about this weekend. You don't want to be number 1 in fantasy football. I don't know why, but you want to be 3rd, 4th, somewhere in there. It just seems like always the number 8 seed knocks out the number 1 seed. But there you go. Terrible football game. Absolutely brutal. I don't know what to make of Campbell's refusal to play. I don't. I know that Dre Greenlaw was back, but he left the game. He played great until he had to leave, and D. Winters had to leave. So that's why Devondre Campbell refused to enter the game. I don't know why. I don't know why the guy didn't want to play, but it's weird. And then he strolled to the locker room before the game was over. So is there issues? Is this a Shanahan issue? Is there a locker room issue in 49ers land? They've had the worst luck. Injury-wise, I don't. It's just not their year. The San Francisco 49ers have had brutal injuries. And it started, go back, with Dre Greenlaw in the Super Bowl when he was just trying to run onto the field and tore his Achilles. Which was weird. He didn't do anything wrong. Just was jogging onto the field during the Super Bowl, tore his Achilles. Then this was his first game back. He had to leave because of a knee injury. And, obviously they've lost both their running backs, Mason and McCaffrey. And it's just an injury-riddled season. Bosa's been out for a while in the defense. Dre Greenlaw just got back. It's just been a bad season. We know about Debo's injury problems. Brandon Ayuk. It's just, bad season for the 49ers. I don't think their run is over. I think Shanahan's great, but the play calling last night was shit. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The first half was unbelievable. I can't even believe I saw that coming out of Shanahan's offense. They should have been throwing the ball. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of Devondre Campbell's refusal to play yet. Because I don't know the entire situation. I don't know the locker room deal. You're going to hear from analysts all day long and for the next probably 4 or 5 days, unless they release him, about what was going on. I want to find out more. I want to find out what his deal was. Why is he not playing? Why is this guy is he disrespectful to Shanahan? Is that the deal? But look, the Rams got the win. And as far as the Rams are concerned, standings-wise, the Rams could be in the playoffs. They're 8-6. And they're about to play the Seattle Seahawks, who are right above them at 8-5. Depending on what happens to Seattle, the Rams could be in first place. The Rams are 8-6. Won 3 in a row. Seattle's won 4 in a row. Now Seattle play. Oh, we'll get to those games here in a minute. I'll run down the whole NFL game and give you my picks for the weekend, which, by the way, have been killing it lately. Another headline news in the NFL: Odell Beckham Jr. has been chopped. He was released from the Miami Dolphins. All right. I don't know why people still think. I saw a clip earlier this morning on Facebook that said something from the Houston Texans, where one of the Texans fans was like, please, why? Why? He's done nothing. He's old. OBJ is not that great of a wide receiver anymore. If you think he's that guy from 5 years ago, think again. You got way better options than Odell Beckham Jr. and the drama that he brings to the table. So I get it if you want him as a number 5. If he's just looking for a little bit of money, that's fine. But the Dolphins have released Odell Beckham Jr. And he's a free agent. He signed a one-year deal worth $3 million in May that was worth up to 8.25 with incentives. But that's it. They have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Jonnu Smith. They don't need him. I don't know where Odell Beckham Jr. is going to play. I have no idea, and I don't care. He's not relevant in the NFL anymore, except for being Odell Beckham Jr. Bill Belichick to the North Carolina Tar Heels. We all talked about that previously. Good job. It's a dream come true for him. He's been rooting for North Carolina since he was a kid. See how he does. I don't have any thoughts on that. The college football is whack. I don't know if there should even be conferences anymore in college football. It is wild over there. I saw something too in college football where Quinn Ewers, the quarterback from Texas, may not go to the NFL this year, may need another year. And he has a $4 million offer from a Big 12 team or Big 10 team. Wow. An offer. $4 million. This is what college football has come down to. Now, we get it that Texas wants Manning to be the successor. But that's interesting about Quinn Ewers. I don't know what Texas is going to do. They do own the largest amount of money that has been put out. I think $22.8 million they paid players this year. God, that's so weird to say. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with Quinn Ewers in Texas. We'll get into the college football playoffs, if you will, here in a minute. But as far as this Saturday is concerned, well, it's the Army-Navy game is the only one that's coming up at 2 p.m. this Saturday. The other bowls are, let's see, there's one Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll do that on Monday. We'll do that on Monday or next week. I'm not going to get into the bowl games yet because we have a week until they play. Army-Navy game should be a lot of fun, though. Yeah, Quinn Ewers, don't know what you're going to do. $4 million offer from another school. I'd take it. Get another year in college. I guess all you worry about is injury, right? But it is what it is. Juan Soto signing with the Yankees. He makes $97 a minute now. That's ridiculous. I don't know where we came. I don't know where we got this idea that Juan Soto was better than Shohei Ohtani and deserved more money, but we have. The Mets owner loves to spend, and there you have it, man. Juan Soto going to the Mets for a ridiculous amount of money. $760 million. 16 years. I think that was the Yankees' final offer. Sorry. 15 years, 765 was the Mets. So the Yankees offered him 16 years, 760. He said no. Then 15 years, 765 with the Mets came along, and he said yes. $97 a minute. I posted something yesterday that was unbelievable about. By the way, if you're not on Facebook, on Sports with Balls, on any of the social media outlets, get there as soon as you can. Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, here it is. Let's see. $314,000 per game. That's per game. He makes almost $1 million a week. That's right, folks. $1 million a week. $980,000 a week. $140,000 a day. $5,840 an hour. $97 a minute. That's bullshit. You want to talk about driving people away from baseball? Pay one of your players $980,000 a week. A day, he makes more than most of the people that watch baseball. He makes $140,000 a day, and that's more than most people that watch baseball make in a year. That's insane. Wow. Well, go Mets fans, I guess. That's probably not going to work out. Most of the time, these huge contracts don't work out at all. Ohtani's has so far. They won a World Series. That's pretty much all I got. I'm not going to get into the NBA and the Cup. Good luck to the Rockets and I think the Thunder and then somebody else, man. I don't know. I'm trying not to. The NBA, I saw the other day where the Boston Celtics shot 63 pointers in a game. They wonder what's wrong with it. There you go. You sit here and talk about all the talent in the NBA is blows away the talent from from past years. All they do is shoot threes, drive and kick, drive the ball, kick it out to a 3-pointer. That's not talent. I hate this talent argument. Shoot a mid-range jumper, please. The game is unbelievably bad. Sorry, it is. The NBA is it's hard to watch. In fact, it's almost impossible to watch. It is boring. It is one-on-one basketball. It is, I think Charles Barkley said it the other day that the Rockets don't even know how to play basketball. They just throwing the ball around playing one-on-one, alley-oops, and three-pointers. And that's what it is. It's like watching a Lifetime Fitness game or 24-hour fitness game. It's terrible. Terrible. Would you pay to go to a 24-hour fitness and sit there and watch a bunch of guys play basketball? No. Well, that's what you're getting right now in the NBA. Then they came up with this European League they're going to start. Wow. Don't you guys want David Stern back now? Rest in peace, by the way. Y'all bitched and cussed about David Stern being the commissioner of the NBA for the longest time. He made that game what it is and is now being absolutely destroyed. It is a player-run league, and it is no fun. Y'all talk about the NFL no fun league. The NBA looks absolutely terrible. All right, let's get to these games. Sunday, Chiefs and Browns kick us off at noon. Chiefs are only -4 in this game. And what a lot of people are calling the luckiest team in the history of the NFL. It looks like it's raining at 40 degrees. The reason I say that is because of what happened last night with fantasy football. I'm just pissed off about that still. Pat Mahomes, 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions on the season. I guess we'll see what Pacheco does. It's only Kansas City -4. This is in Cleveland. The Vegas has something going on here. The Browns are 3-10. The Chiefs are 12-1. And the spread is only 4 points. I get it that the Chiefs are winning in one-score games, but damn, Browns aren't that good. I love the Chiefs in that game. In fact, I may put them down. I hate to say it. I don't want to say it's a trap game because I don't believe it is. I may leave them out of a parlay and just do a separate one for that. But I like the Chiefs -4. Bengals and Titans. Titans are starting a quarterback I've never heard of. I forget. Well, I've heard of him, but they came up with it yesterday. What's his name, man? Brian Callahan. Oh, no, not Brian Callahan. That's the coach, their head coach. Who is the starting? Oh, it doesn't even say it right here. Well, maybe Will Levis will start. We'll see. The spread on this, man, it's 5.5 points. It's Bengals -5. It's in Tennessee. The Bengals just scare me. They're so good. It's weird to watch Joe Burrow lead in every statistical category and Jamar Chase lead in every single statistical category, and they are terrible. I don't get it. I think they should play good football. Maybe they'll have a blowout game. Joe Burrow has 3,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's ridiculously good. I like the Bengals minus. I know this is chalk picks, but I like Bengals -5.5. I like them to blow the Titans out in that game. Commanders at the Saints. The Saints are terrible. Commanders are good. Washington -8. I should have started Jaden Daniels. I started Brock Purdy. Oh, gosh. That might have cost me a lot of money. Right before the game started last night, I was staring at my phone like, should I put in Jaden Daniels? Don't start Brock Purdy, but he got 31 points fantasy-wise last time they played. This was in his hometown, and he shit the bed. So, whatever. Jaden Daniels takes on the New Orleans Saints. That's a 12 o'clock game on Fox, -8. Saints have a good D. I'm going to leave that one alone. Ravens at the Giants. This spread is insane. Baltimore -16. 16. Holy My gosh. In an NFL game, that is almost unheard of. You have the Giants plus 16. I'm still not taking it. Sorry. I'm still not taking that spread. Go Ravens. Moneyline bet if you have enough. Cowboys and Panthers. This is interesting. Carolina -3. Carolina's been playing good football lately. The Cowboys are obviously way more talented, but you get plus points with the Cowboys and a better team. Give me the boys plus, and I hate to do that, but give me the Cowboys plus 3 points. I'll take it. Maybe even money line. Carolina's a good. They've been playing better, like I said, but I don't think they're better than the Cowboys. I don't. Jets and Jaguars. Why is this game being played in Europe? I have no idea. It's a terrible football game. Right now, it's the Jets -3.5 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are one of the worst teams in the NFL, which is actually funny because the Jets have the exact same record at 3-10. The Jaguars and the Jets have the same freaking record with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, that defense, Sauce Gardner. I mean, my gosh. Man, if you're a Jet fan, wow, MetLife Stadium. Woo. I'm not touching that game. Dolphins at the Texans. The Houston Texans are favored in this game, despite C.J. Stroud having a horrendous last 5-6 games. I don't think he's thrown a second half touchdown in 6 straight games. Wow. Wow. Joe Mixon being the huge bright spot for the Houston Texans. I don't know if the Texans take this game, man. The Dolphins, Tua's back. Looks pretty good now. He looks good at the podium, too, and that says a lot. That means he's got a lot of confidence. I kind of like the Dolphins in this game. Sorry, Texas fans. I kind of like the Dolphins. I may put them in the parlay on a money line bet because it's Dolphins +3. Yeah, maybe Dolphins money line, Cowboys money line. Woo! Cincinnati -5.5. Oh, I got a good one coming up. All right. Colts and Broncos, Denver -4 all day long. Broncos are 8-5. They're at home. This looks great. The Broncos look good. I know I said it on the show before the draft that I liked Bo Nix a lot going into that Sean Payton offense, and man, has that worked out. Granted, I think he's 24 years old, but he looks good. He looks like the future of the Denver Broncos. The Broncos have a quarterback. The guy looks good, and he's shown progression the way you want to see a quarterback progress. Like he goes into his reads right. He's throwing the ball where it needs to be. He's throwing it away when it needs to be thrown away. He's making all the right decisions, and progressively, he's getting better. He's not regressing. He's not throwing 5, 6, 7, 8 picks. There's another quarterback in Atlanta that is. We'll get into that in a second. Broncos -4. I love it. Give me Denver. Bills. The 10-3 Bills and the 12-1 Lions play in Detroit at 3:25 on CBS. I can't wait for this game. This is one of those I may take it off red zone games and watch this game. This is fantastic. The over-under is 54.5. The line is Detroit -2.5. Wow. Josh Allen having MVP season. Jared Goff also having a really good season. 25 TDs, 10 picks, 3,300 yards. Detroit is 6-1 at home. Bills 4-3 away. I'm just going to watch this game. I'm not betting this game. I'm just going to watch this game. It looks fantastic. I'm not touching it. I can't wait to see it. By the way, if you got any comments, please leave them on the message, whether you're watching live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I'm not on TikTok yet. We're getting there. Please leave your comments. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. So I'm just going to watch that Bills and Lions game and just let it ride. Let's see. Steelers and the Eagles. Philadelphia, 11-2. A very quiet 11-2 versus Steelers, 10-3. Both the Steelers and Eagles game and the Bills and Lions game are both 3:25. Fantastic football. Great football right here. Of course, you're starting Saquon. The guy is looking to become the rushing record He's at 16-23. I don't know if he'll get it. That's a rough game, Steelers. I know Pittsburgh's going to try to stop it. This is in Philadelphia. This should be a good – both these games, man. Wow. One's on Fox, one's on CBS, both at 3:25. Looking forward to it. Russell Wilson, back to cooking. Guy's doing pretty good. The guy is doing pretty damn good. George Pickens is having a great season. He will go over 1,000 yards this season. He has 850, but only 3 touchdowns. He needs to get in the end zone a little bit more. Patriots at the Cardinals. Look for Kyler Murray and Connor to go off, or McBride to go off. James Conner and McBride. Arizona -6. I like that. The Patriots have 0 defense. I like the Cardinals. I'm going to put them in a parlay. Cardinals -6. Yeah. Patriots, this is in Glendale, Arizona as well. I think Kyler busts out this game. They're still in a playoff race. This is a huge game for Arizona. Bucks and Chargers. Chargers are 8-5. Bucks 7-6. This should be awesome. Man, the afternoon games are a lot of fun. Bucks, Chargers, Steelers, Eagles, Bills, Lions. Woo! I like Baker this year. Baker's, I believe, found a team, man. Let's see. It's only Chargers -3. I'm going to leave that game alone. It could go either way. I can see Baker beating the Chargers. I can also see the Chargers covering that spread. Should be a close game. Should be fun. Packers at the Seahawks, the Sunday night game. This is a must-win for – well, not a must-win for Seattle, but a huge game for Seattle. Huge football game for Seattle. And a big game for the Packers. They're 9-4. Packers are in the playoff race. Josh Jacobs going for the rushing record as well. He's got 1053 – or not the rushing record, sorry. He's got 1,053, 11 touchdowns. Man. What is well, Barkley's got 11 as well. Barkley's going to win the rushing record. Or rushing title, sorry. I just don't know if he's going to beat the record. He's got an extra game. We'll find out as we go. We'll get to the Bears-Vikings game on Monday. Let's see. Today let me go over these. Here's my picks. You can parlay them any way you want. And I've been doing pretty well in this. I got Dolphins money line, Cowboys money line, or +3, either way you want to go. Cincinnati -5.5, Chiefs -4, Denver -4, and the Cardinals -6. Put them in a parlay however you want to do it. I didn't do the anytime touchdowns. Maybe I'll start doing that. I'll post them on the weekends. Go to Sports with Balls on your social media outlets. Follow us, and I will get into that. All right. Today in sports history, I'm not going back to the 30s. Dodgers trade Jackie Robinson in 1956 to the Giants for pitcher Dick Littlefield and $35,000. Robinson will retire rather than be traded. Good job, Jackie Robinson. Hold your own. Let's see. Billy Martin. Manager Billy Martin fired by the Minnesota Twins in 1969. Greg Chappell scores 108 on Test debut versus England. That is a cricket player. I don't even know what that means, dude. Scores 108 on Test debut. I have no idea. Cricket players, inbox me. I have no idea what that means. David Boone, another cricket thing. I guess it's a big week for cricket. 1996 free agent Roger Clemens signs with the Toronto Blue Jays. The non-Hall of Famer, Roger Clemens. In fact, I may see him tomorrow. I'm excited for that tournament. Terrell Owens, Bun B, Adrian Peterson. I think Roger will be there. Should be a good time. Marcus Mariota wins the 80th Heisman Trophy in 2014. Cam Newton wins the 76th in 2010. Derrick Henry wins in 2015. Let's see. In 2015, Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds to win his first featherweight title, and the beginning of the mayhem that is the Conor McGregor show, which has done nothing but go downhill. That guy, man. I don't even know if he can make a comeback. Maybe he is like Tyson. Well, he's not like Tyson, but he's flashy. Maybe you could kind of see if he could, maybe have one more flash in the pan, one more hoorah. But man, the rape charges, He's gotten his ass kicked the last few fights. I don't know. I don't know if Conor McGregor has it in him. All right, guys, I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls podcast version coming directly after this. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.